we're back. Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. It is a fun Friday, and we're moving into our first segment. Of course, is a fun segment. This one is actually about the Chiquibul. Chiquibul Junior Rangers share their experience from a summer camp that they held in that particular corner there. Beautiful part of the country. And to tell us all about it, we've got Esther Shaw. She's FCD's program manager. We have Nisa Monsanto Jr., a junior ranger actually, and Emer Sib, who is a junior ranger as well. Guys, good morning and welcome.
Morning.
All right, Emer, morning.
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 And Nisa, morning.
Good morning.
Oh my goodness, it's so nice to see you guys. I'm excited about this this summer camp to hear all about it. So let's get to the program manager, Esther. How did that happen? Tell us about what took place there.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to share on our wonderful work there with the children at the Junior Ranger Summer Camp. This year, we actually hosted our third Junior Ranger summer program, which is held in the Chiquibul. Well, this program, we had it 3 years ago, the year after. Last year, we couldn't have it due to COVID. So this year, really, it was a decision to make whether we continue, we do the program because we've had interest from the kids, in the program and parents specifically as well. And so we decided to put, all the protocols in place, and then we'll offer the camp this year. We were fortunate to get support from Belize Road Reconstruction Limited, and they're the ones who sponsored the summer camp this year. So we basically offered the camp to 10 children, spending 8 days in the beautiful jungles of the Chiquibul at the Las Cuevas Research Station. So this camp really is about giving the kids the opportunity to understand the work of park rangers in the Chiquibul, and park rangers beyond just the enforcement part, but really looking at research, looking at the cave systems, looking at all the different aspects that are within our protected area, giving them the chance to learn about the importance of protecting, of course, our environment, and also about jungle safety. We're looking at jungle first aid and a whole lot of other topics that 1 week. And finally, as well, we also covered some of the laws and regulations. So I think overall, it was about giving these kids that first-hand opportunity to really enjoy outdoors. They did their camping. Some of them were out camping for the first time. So it was really a really good experience, I think, overall for them, just to be out there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the jungle first aid, and seeing how they built the fires as well. What was was this all new information for the kids? What was their level of excitement in learning these particular skills?
Excitement, I think, is still there up to today. I mean, I get messages from parents, and then that's really what gives you that feeling that this thing is worth it. And so for most of them, like I said, it was their first time out there. We've had other people, probably like Nisa, who might have been out there before, but for the most part, kids, we were targeting kids from some of the nearby communities. So we had from like George Vale, 7 miles in Progreso. We've had from San Antonio. We had from Cristo Rey, we had from San Ignacio, and we had as far as from Belmopan and Cotton Tree. Yeah. So we had 5 boys and 5 girls who participated this year. So even getting the girls, a higher number of girls, I think was really exciting for us to.
That's great, yeah.
Yes,
5 and 5, that's
right.
What we all aim for, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and in the past it has always been, just maybe like 2 the most.
Yeah.
But this year we had a real good interest from both. So we were excited. We were just really happy to, to get them out there and to do these things, which might be outside what in the normal mind might be what.
Especially when people think of rangers and women being rangers. I want to hear from Nisa then, because Nisa, it wasn't your first time in the Chiquibul, but what made you want to participate as a ranger, as a junior ranger?
Junior ranger.
Yeah, I wanted to participate because ever since I remember, I've loved wildlife, and this camp is an amazing experience, especially if you love nature, and to get out of your comfort zone or to just get away from technology for a while, it would be great to attend to that camp.
Oh, wow. Nisa, how old are you?
You made so many moms, so many parents jealous just now with what you said. Get away from technology and into wildlife.
Yeah. Nisa, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
And what do you enjoy most about being in the Chiquibul? Like, what about this do you like?
I enjoy seeing the animals. Every morning we'd see a pair of scarlet macaws fly by. We'd see the agoutis, the ocellated turkeys. We actually saw a fawn, a baby deer, and we saw an armadillo on the camera traps.
Wow, that's so cool. But let's get Emer into it as well. Emer,
Yes.
yeah, tell us about your was this your first time going into the Chiquibul? Emer,
Yes.
yeah, was this your first time going to the Chiquibul?
Yes.
And what did you like about it?
I like the forest and the animals.
Uh-huh.
Which one of the animals?
The scarlet macaws.
Oh, wow. Why the scarlet macaws?
They have beautiful feathers.
Emer, why did you sign up to be a ranger? Do you want to be a ranger growing up when you grew up?
Yes.
Ah, look at him.
So, Emer, tell us your favorite memory from the summer camp. Emer.
Emer, you're there with us? Oh, he's shy.
Somebody else is talking to him. Okay, but Nisa, you tell us then. What was your favorite memory while Emer thinks about it?
I think my favorite memory was rappelling. There was this, yeah, we did rappelling. There was this huge tree in the middle of the field where we were staying, and we would have to rappel up that tree, and we were actually racing. So the time I took to rappel up the tree was 1 minute and 47 seconds. That was the third highest score.
Yeah, you beat most of the rest, right?
Yeah, I did.
I tell you, girls
After
rule.
they beat me though.
She's just like her mom.
That's just one of those girls rule moments. But so you went up and you had to come back down too?
Yes, we'd have to go up and touch the branch and then come back down.
Wait, but I mean that looks pretty high. You weren't scared?
No, it was really cool.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my
And what about when
gosh.
it comes to making a little campfire or cooking out there? Because I saw something like a fire heart. Like you guys were doing that too. Oh.
Yeah, the rangers taught us to set up a fire with 3 things it needed, including the fuel, tinder, and kinder, and the kindle. And that's what we had to do. We'd have a limited amount of time, and we'd have to set up our fire in pairs.
Wow. Check that out. Nisa, I'm so proud of you, especially that your mom is a very close friend, like a sister to me. So it's so nice to see. Yeah, it's so nice to see you. But I want to get back to Emer so we can find out what was Emer's favorite time out in the Chiquibul. Emer, you're there with us?
Yes.
All right, so there we go. Emer, what was your favorite thing to do in the Chiquibul?
Well, my favorite thing is going to bird tower, climbing up the tree, and going to the cave.
Would you do it again next year?
Yes.
Oh, wow. How old are you?
Well,
12 years old. All right, Emer. So again, Esther, how did you manage to pick these children? There were 10 of them, and how could one be a part of that for the next time around?
Well, we put out an invitation on Facebook to invite interested children. They had to fill in application form, and one of the things that we had them do was to write a short little essay that will say why it is important for them to participate in the program. Because I know there were a lot of parents who wanted their kids to go out, but we also wanted the children to feel a part of this program and to really express why it is important for them. So each one of them had to write their little short essay talking about the reasons why they really would want to participate in the program. And then I think it also helps us to determine whether we actually meet some of their expectations, which I think we did very well in terms of meeting what is it that they wanted to learn. Because although it was 8 days, it was 8 packed days. I mean, they woke up from like 5:36 in the morning. They were doing their little stretches. Then they went to do some hiking. We've had special presentations as well from like the Belize Raptor Center, Belize Wildlife Clinic, the
Oh,
Institute of
wow.
Archaeology, who came in this year and did a presentation on archaeology in Belize and in the Chiquibul. And then we had our field staff who were able to interact with them and share on-hands practical skills with them. So that was really, like I said, it was really packed at night. We had campfires. They all slept in camp in their tents. Or last night they slept in jungle hammocks. And so it was about really giving that real
Aw.
jungle experience, which I guess not a lot of people get, but for the kids, we made sure it was fun, adventurous, but also done in a safe way.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, I'm looking at the pictures and it looks like such a great time. And you're right.
Amazing.
It's not an experience that many kids will ever get the opportunity to participate in. Even things like this, look at that. Learning if you get injured, how to be able to deal with it on the spot. Tell us about some of how you decide what you want to incorporate. Like, what are the key lessons you want the children to walk away with?
Well, we had already our entire educational plan established with the assistance of our educators. So we did have a module and activity book that was a part of the program. So everything was already quite structured.
Yeah.
And we were looking from the basic things like looking at a tree and understanding then what role of a tree and how then the ecosystem, and then going into the specific skills that our rangers did. I think it was trying to give them a well-rounded experience of what it is like to work in the jungle, but also to appreciate the fact that we have forests, the fact that we have these resources, the animals, and how they all interact and how they coexist, and how us as humans and we play our role in terms of whether it be the protection and the sustainable use and that sort of thing. So I think it was trying to give that whole little, well-rounded experience, and then just fit in the fun part, the practical part, the hands-on part through the work that our rangers do. I think overall we want to also give that value and appreciation that of the work of our rangers. A lot of times they're the frontline guys out there. They're the ones who go through a lot to be able to protect, our majestic Chiquibul.
Yeah.
And so I think for the kids to be able to see that exactly, we even see, in the near future, this might be a recruitment even for us, that these kids will be the ones who will eventually join new groups and eventually become our park rangers in the Chiquibul, and who will, then be there in the front line protecting it for many, many more kids to come in the future.
Yeah. I think that statement a while ago speaks volume, simply because you've got two children on here right now, both of them 12 years old, and they're actually getting that experience. And so growing up or being a part of the FCD after this, they'll know exactly how to, when to, and where to. Now, in terms of putting this summer camp together, do you think that FCD is actually meeting its goal of getting children, or getting Belize actually more in tune of what happens in the Chiquibul?
I think it does. I mean, a lot of times the other platforms that we use address other target groups, whether it be the adults through media, whether it be the youth group through youth group. So I think this was a specific target group that we were focusing. And we all know that if we want to instill some of these values and these knowledge, it has to start at this age. So I think it was it's a good opportunity then to actually focus and target on these kids 10 to 12 years old, and then start to work with them there. And we do hope that we will continue then. A lot of them from even the past two groups that we've had have always asked, is there something else we can do to continue and do something like this for a little bit more advanced, So those are things I think that we'd have to look at. I know I see Nisa there smiling, because I know she's one of them who would really want to come back, and we want to be able to give other kids the opportunity, but at the same time, we want to be able to continue the communication and that relationship with these kids that we have already. So far, we have, I think, about 32 children who have passed through this type of summer camp. And so I think that's already, an impact there in terms of the numbers that we have been able to reach.
Nisa, do you think that in the future, this is something that you'd want to continue to do?
Yes, of course.
Why is that?
Because of all the wildlife you get to interact with, not like close up, but just seeing them from a distance and being exposed to the outside much more. I love that.
Tell me about the animals that you saw.
Yeah, like I said, we did see an armadillo. We set up camera traps. There were ocellated turkeys, the wild turkeys. Scarlet macaw pair did fly over our campground every morning.
Oh my
And when it
God.
rained, they'd be sitting on the trees. We saw a baby deer, a fawn. That was really cute.
Oh
Aw.
my gosh. And how close did you get to these animals? Any of them you got close?
Not too close. Maybe the scarlet macaws, I mean, they were right above us on the trees. And we went birding, so that was one of my favorite parts as well.
Nice. Emer.
Yes?
All right. So do you think that this is something that you'd like to do when you grow up? Would you want to be a park ranger?
Yeah, I want to be a park ranger.
Why?
Because I love nature. I love the beautiful forest, the animals.
Mm-hmm. And you like camping food?
Yeah.
Did you do the rappelling on the trees too?
Yeah.
Were you scared of going so high?
I was scared, but when I go get up there, I get scared, get away.
Aw. Emer, I feel maybe in the nighttime when it's time to go to bed, you were scared. Were you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Why, Emer? Why were you afraid at night? Nisa, was it scary in the nighttime? Tell us about the nighttime activities.
No, I slept in my own tent since there were 5 girls. Each each pair of girls had their own section in the tent. So 2 girls shared 2 tents, and 2 girls shared 1 tent, and then another pair shared one tent, and then I slept in my own one. But the boys would scare me, saying that the ghosts would pull my toe at night.
Oh my God.
Afraid of.
And also, sleeping outdoors, people don't realize it. It's very loud. You hear all kinds of animals.
Oh, yes.
Tell us
No,
about
I
that.
wasn't afraid of the animals. I was like the least of my afraid.
Aw. You check her out, huh?
So she was more scared of the ghost than the animal.
Yeah, she wasn't afraid of the animals. But so Esther, in terms of wrapping up, do you expect to have this summer camp for the next few years?
We do, and we're looking forward, to that possible partnership with, like in this year, I mentioned the Belize Roadway Construction Limited were our sponsors. We're hoping that once we can find a sponsor to cover, because for the most part, the camp is, like this year was free for the children because we had sponsorship. We provided transportation, the accommodation. While they were camping, we provided food. And then also the instruction, materials and then supervision, because we did have persons up there who supervised on a regular basis, who slept out there and made sure the kids were well, or we had, then also covered the medical part if necessary. So we made sure we took real good care of the kids, and but like I said, it was done through this year through that partnership we had with the Roadway Construction Company Limited.
Yeah.
We're hoping that in the future, if we can get those, the sponsors, we can continue. It is our interest to continue this program so we can have much more kids participate. Because it's, like I said, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and even adults would like to do something like this. So the kids are very fortunate.
Yeah.
So we do want to make sure we can continue because, like I said, in years, and they're the ones who we hope would be our partners as well out there.
Indeed.
Yeah, and for them to cover it's really it would be very expensive for children. So we would need to continue finding that sponsorship. So, but we were confident that we will be able to get people who are interested in this type of program and interested in giving them the kids then that opportunity.
What about the age range for those who are actually taking part? And I'm asking because there might be, or there are children watching this right now and would love to be a part of this for next year. What age range normally you guys take?
Well, we work around the 10 to 12-year-old as an average age range, just because we want to make sure that the kids, they have things in common. We don't want two old kids intermingling with two young kids. We had children this year who were interested, who were much younger, who were 8 years old. But we asked them, just, hope to wait a year or two, and then your kid will be able to participate. So, we feel that was a good age that we'll be able to manage, just because they're not too young. That would require too much care out there, because they are out in the jungle, they are doing outdoor stuff and that that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the older ones, well, then we felt that they have our youth group, so we felt that maybe if they had stuff they could do, we could probably join in there. So that was sort of the age range that we decided to work with this year. Well, we have been doing it for the past years. That's the age range, 10 to 12 year olds.
All right. I think it's a great opportunity for schools and their environmental club. I say that because if you teach them today how to take care of their country, their forest, then eventually they can become pros at it, and things can be better for us, especially for you guys at FCD.
Right. Yeah, and we do want people to come out more. I think during this time of the pandemic, we see that there's already that interest for people to come out more. Yeah. So we want to, we're hoping that, these kids will encourage their parents to go out more to do outdoors, do more camping, and, they can then continue showing off those wonderful skills that they were able to acquire during the camp. So I think...
I mean, I feel jealous. I heard you said that you're looking at adult programs too. So do let us know when that one kicks off. But if there is a family, for example, that's watching, that's saying, maybe I don't want to send my child off for a week, but I would go with my family for an extended weekend or a couple of days. Can they be able to get this type of activity scheduled for them?
Well, I think just by being able to go to the Chiquibul and visiting Les Cuevas Research Station, it already provides a lot of what these kids were able to see. Looking at wildlife, looking at just the jungle, the forest, learning about medicinal plants along the trails. And so I think that itself already gives that opportunity. The additional skills, I think, like I said, these are all our field staff. Our own staff members were the ones who we basically asked come in and do this session, and they were the ones who then delivered that. So I think we have our staff out there, so that could be something. But I would start by just saying, come visit us at Las Cuevas and be able to experience just the beauty of the Chiquibul, right in the heart of the Chiquibul.
I know, right? I know.
Look at that.
Wow,
all right.
It's beautiful there indeed. It is. All right, Esther, we want to thank you so very much. Let's get some final words. Nisa, what do you want to tell us in terms of what to expect from you afterwards and this big challenge that you were on?
I don't know. I definitely would love to attend the Chiquibul Advanced Camp, and just learning about the conservation of wildlife and the forest would be my next thing I want to do. So yeah.
All right. And Emer, what's next for you?
I don't know.
Will you go back again next year?
Yes.
Oh, for sure. All right, Emer and Nisa, thank you guys so very much for joining us. And of course, Esther and FCD, the FCD folks, thank you guys so very much, and keep up the good work in engaging these children in trying to teach them how to protect their forest. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 All right. Just like that, Marlene.
I want to go rappelling.
I know.
Have you done rappelling before?
I have. No, I've never done it.
Okay,
I don't
there
think
you
so.
go. We'll send you to the junior ranger
Please
camp.
do.
Yeah.
Please do.
You can go up the tree. I don't think you'll have the same time as Nisa. I just gotta say.
You don't think so? You don't think I'll be like a minute or something?
I think you'll get halfway. I said, no, this too high.
You know what? We're going to take a break. We've got to take a break. When we come back, we'll be joined by our two lovely hosts. We're talking here, Noelle and AJ. AJ and Noelle, as they do episode 4 of Cake Decorating with Cake by Carla. And following that, of course, we've got details about, and they're in already with us, details of a musical masterclass series that we've got going as well. So those and more when we come back.